Welcome to Dodger Stadium, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And now, please welcome
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And towing the slab, Shohei Ohtani. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Steven Kwan leading things off and takes a strike. Kwan wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
Let's go, showtime.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Foul ball there. The 2-2 now. In the air, left field. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get 1 pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Well struck right field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second, and it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
One out, runner at second. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Just missed. DeLauder, the runner at second with 1 away. And that one almost hit him. And a foul ball. Late swing, foul to the left. Man at second. That one way inside. Gets a piece and stays alive. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that skips in the dirt. Two on, one out. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. In the air to left center. Hernandez under this one. Makes the grab.
Batting 5th, catcher, Bo Naylor.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Fastball for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Guardians strand a couple. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Tanner Bibee.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Yeah, that's fouled off. Right side. And that one finds its way through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 2nd, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Ground ball to the right side. Bounces into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Mookie now. Popped up left side. Infield fly called there. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
To the right side, Hoskins. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. On to the 2nd now from Dodger Stadium. No score. Back here in L.A., all set for the start of the inning. Rhys Hoskins digs in for the Guardians. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball, to slug, is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Fastball for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
And down on strikes. And now one away.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
All one.
Second inning here, no score. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1. Swings through that. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Gabriel Arias stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Two down, nobody on.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And downstairs. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
Batting ninth, second baseman Ryan Rocchio.
Come on, Showtime.
That's to third. Muncy throws to first in time, and that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium, the 2-time defending champs, and singing what a year it was in 2025 for LA.
Yeah, incredible. And again, Shohei Ohtani, he just leads all the headlines with what he continues to do and amaze. But you know, this is a talented ball club, and a lot of people around the league, Boog, would say, well, automatically they're spending so much money, they should win the World Series again. But it's not that easy. I mean, 162 game season, there's some things, you know, internally that have to take place on a day-to-day basis to keep everybody on the same page to ultimately hoisting that trophy at the end of the season.
Now it's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Big time power.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's a ball and a strike. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Boog, Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Right down the chute. It's a ball and 2 strikes. This one popped up. Rocchio settles under this one. Out number 2.
Let's go. Come on.
Batting seventh, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. Stays alive. To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. New inning getting started. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Let's go, showtime.
And it's 1-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. And he beats it. He's safe.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. 1 out, man at first. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Walked his first time. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Betts. Not in time.
He's good.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
For Cleveland, the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Yeah.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Tucker on the move to the gap. He's got it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Runner around third. He will score, and they take the lead.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher Bo Naylor.
So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The 1-0. One run across in the frame so far. Here's a 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. into center and a base hit. And now two aboard.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Guardians 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the inning, Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one hammered. That's back. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man at second. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Three-two now. Shohei Ohtani in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Liner snagged at first.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Here's Ohtani. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. This one in the air center field. Kwan has a beat on it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Good wood on that changeup, barreled it up, just couldn't keep it between the lines.
Man on second, 2 down. Lined into right. That is the inning. So they work around the leadoff double. On to inning number 4. It's the Guardians 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here in LA, on to the 4th, CJ Kayfus digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Here's the 0-2. And it skips in the dirt.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Gabriel Arias.
Hey! Right back to him on the mound. Gets it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Cleveland, second baseman Brian Rocchio.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Brian Rocchio. Grounded out his first time up. Foul ball. The 0-1. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Guardians go down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
Base hit, center field. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And that's ripped for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
Will Smith to the plate. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. A base hit. Here comes the runner. He'll score and they've tied it. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Late swing, fouled off. Traffic on the bases with one already in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That misses, and the count 1-2. This one in the air right field. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder, Andy Paje.
Swing and a high fly ball to right. DeLauder, long run on his horse. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Guardians looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had the chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver. A big hit in those situations.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Good job to fight that one off. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 8.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
This one popped up. And that quickly 2 away.
Up next,
and here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out. Nope.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Next offering is fouled back. Strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
There's a swing and a drive. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The relay safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
All over that one right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. One away.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Go ahead run on base. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Cut off, throw to third. Safe! And the go-ahead runs at third.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Hit weakly on the ground. And foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. In the air, right field. And that will end the inning. One left for LA. We played 5 full. Tied at 1 aside. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit.
The designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
On the mound now, Alex Vesia.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Manzardo goes 5 feet 11 inches, 205 pounds,
Ball that time.
and he was a second-round pick in 2021. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw. Got him.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher Bo Naylor.
There you
Naylor
go.
checks his swing, appeal to third, didn't go. And that is out of play. All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one fouled off. On the ground, Rojas. The throw to first.
No, he's out.
2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman Rhys Hoskins.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. Still tied 1-1. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Ripped to right, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Fair ball. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tanner Bibee will depart. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Matt Festa. This is his first appearance of the season. Max Muncy at the dish. This guy with light tower power. Oh, one. The 1-0. Hard liner. Base hit. Here comes Freddie around third. He will score, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. That's a tough location with the fastball to handle, but he was all over it. He got that front foot down and showed off some really quick hands to get the barrel to it.
Swings through that one for strike one. And the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tim Herron, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Messick also throwing. Finds its way through, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Muncy on his horse around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And they lead by 3.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air to left center. Kwan takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. That's ripped into the outfield. Makes a nice running catch. Runner tags at second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back here in L.A., we go to the top of the 7th. C.J. Pappas digs in for the Guardians. The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
That one finds the corner. 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Swing and a miss at a slider. Got him. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
In the air, right field, Tucker on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for Cleveland, second baseman Brian Rocchio.
Brian Rocchio digs in now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time. Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Fastball for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. The Guardians go down in order, and they trail it 4-1.
Now pitching for
Tim
Cleveland,
Herron comes on now.
29.
Just trying to
Tim
keep this one close
Herron.
here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Up the middle, Arias sends it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now, 1 for 3. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And the 0-1. That one in there across the letters.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there. Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
King Tuck goes down on strikes.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
First offering way inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. And that extends the inning.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. First pitch swinging. Yo one. Line drive. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave one, but they lead it 4-1. We go to the 8th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. New pitcher now, Jack Dreyer. He's making his second appearance of the season. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. The 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Bats up with it. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder Chase DeLauder.
Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter, to track.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Guardians trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 8th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Hey! That one misses. Ball one.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
No, that's low.
This one in the air right field. And it drops in. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Fires to second too late. And he's got a double.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Ball, that's out.
And it's second. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So a two-out double, but they don't score. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Parker Messick.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Kafis on his way over. Takes it in for the out.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Muncy.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double, and his second hit.
He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
1 out, runner at second. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
And first offering is fouled off. One out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one finds the corner. That is strike 2.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here. Make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Stays alive. And he chases that one. 2 away down.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. One left for LA as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. All set to start the 9th in this one. So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor.
No, that's down.
Here's a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Outside low. And a count now even up. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 2-2. And there's
Ball
a ball.
3.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Fouled off down the right side.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2. Struck him out swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
One out man at first. C.J. Pappas digs in for the Guardians.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air, right field. He makes the grab.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Gabriel Arias.
And that skips in the dirt. The lefty, the 1-0. Now he's challenging the called strike. And the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The Dodgers trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Hernandez settles underneath it. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, he held them down for 2 solid innings, recording 6 outs in this game. Really nice job of executing his pitches, really just playing catch with the catcher, throwing whatever was put down, and letting the defense do some work behind him.